I'm going to share some unique insights into a recent NSF-led GMP remediation program. When a bad situation has to be turned around quickly, you don't have the time or the energy to take any further risks. It's imperative to go to the team that have the experience, expertise, reputation and flexibility that can act in your best interests both for the short and the long term. So let's take a snapshot of a recent GMP remediation project. Out of the blue, a client rang us following critical observations during a routine MHRA GMP inspection. The client needed help right away, and I got in my car and I met with the site executive team the same afternoon. In any emergency response, responders have what they call the critical hour, and I knew that my client needed to get the situation under control and quickly. They had to begin responding to the agency in a way that acknowledges the issues, provides commitment to investigating them in full, and shows a passion for doing the right thing, not just correcting pinpoint issues, but defining and following through on all of the corrective and preventive actions. We had to move fast. When I got there, the management team were clearly upset. They were disappointed, and there was a sense of bewilderment, anger and denial. This was as serious a situation as you can think of. It was critical in that first session with the site management team to establish trust and transparency, and to convey that ultimately, following some careful coaching, the team would have to face the brutal reality of the situation. How the management team react and face the employees, how they respond and make commitments to the regulators, and how they support each other in the team is absolutely critical and is an important prerequisite before trying to seize back control. This took time, but it had to be hours, not days, certainly not weeks. We took some time to assess the situation, to understand the root causes that led to the poor GMP inspection report, and we were careful to analyse the culture and quality system that got us there, rather than just resort to finger pointing. Very quickly, we were able to assemble a lucid, proportionate and target-oriented inspection CAPA plan. This plan acknowledged the issues where needed. It saw other examples of a similar nature and ensured that each response took care of three key areas. First, we made sure policies, procedures, validation and other GMP documents were made clear, thorough and unambiguous. Second, we examined staff development and coaching to see how staff engage with the basic business need for perpetual inspection readiness. And thirdly, we addressed how each CAPA will be fulfilled, maintained and checked for effectiveness. This ensures that staff take personal ownership for preventive actions and all of the resulting operational upgrades. Yet we also look beyond the individual GMP non-compliances to make sure the true root causes were addressed. We set up processes to improve culture, communication and teamwork. We provided expert training and follow-up workshops on change management, technology transfer, qualification and validation, cleaning verification, root cause analysis and modern deviation management processes. We re-engineered a wide range of policies and procedures that simply were not working for the staff. They'd become ambiguous, cumbersome, and as a consequence, the procedures were largely ignored. We used FMEA, process flowcharts, risk management, and a variety of operational management upgrades to ensure issues were identified before they became crises, and that follow-up and closure was part of the company's DNA. Under our guidance, and for the first time, the company set up an annual quality plan based on its GMP and product quality risks. This effectively shrank the number of unknowns and undetectables, whilst tackling the high priority items with enthusiasm and professionalism. NSF helped design the quality and compliance improvement plan, provided regular status reviews against it, pressure tested the improvements, and we helped manage all of the agency correspondence. So what did the turnaround really look like? NSF worked with the client for 16 months, during which time the client's premises were transformed from a high-risk facility that was referred to MHRA's Inspection Action Group to a low-risk facility, successfully re-inspected by MHRA twice over. We reduced outstanding late CAPAs from 450 to 16. We reduced recurring deviations from 4 per year to 2 per year. Outstanding change request lead times were reduced from 230 days to less than 50 days, with most of them closed within 14 days. On time in full climbed from 55% to 97%. And staff turnover within the team decreased from 1 in 5 per annum to less than 5%. In that time, the management team and the critical position holders went from having the world on their shoulders to actually enjoying coming back to work again. And just a few months ago, I got an email from the quality director to say that they just couldn't have done it without us. He now gets home at night to see his children, and the lost year is now firmly behind them. We could make dozens of videos highlighting case studies like this, and each one is unique in itself. We're here for you. We can guide you out of the long grass, and through great application of good science, good compliance, and effective leadership, we can leave your team better prepared for the future, regardless of the regulatory action or product quality issues you've experienced. Please look out for our webinars and video clips on YouTube, including this one on GMP remediation. Look out for our journal articles, including our keynote articles from Maxine Fritz in the USA and from our president, Martin Lush. And of course, keep in touch via email and LinkedIn. Hey, you can even call me. Finally, I just want to remind you that you're never alone.